a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Real things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say.
What's up, y'all? That's a wonderful introduction. Welcome to the Come Out Talk Show, located in New York City at the Pink Palace. I am your host, Pink Princess. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you all are having a great week. We have a fabulous guest for you today. Now, I did say this season I wanted real people talking about real topics, and I hope to learn something as well as teach something before the show ends. So, without further ado, let's have a chat with the Pink Princess. And it is so... Hi, Karen.
Hello, dear.
With a Q joining us today in the studio.
Yes. Afternoon.
How was your week?
I had a great week. Very stress-free. Things in order, and lots of blessings. And today is my mother's birthday.
Oh,
yes,
happy birthday, Mom!
yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So I'm starting to just realize that the camera position is a hot commodity. It's either you got it or you don't. So basically, if you can't take the heat in the kitchen, get the out. Pretty much. No. We're gonna get right into it. This is Lip Sync with me, the Pink Princess. So, this week we had a terror in the subway. And I'm just gonna take my time with this story. So, a man by the name of, who cares what his name is, but a man by the name of Mr. James, we're gonna call him Frank James, 62-year-old Frank James. He was suspected of shooting 10 commuters. Now, this happened in BK in the subway on the N train, NR line. And, I'm not surprised and I'm not shocked, because when you get on a train, you're going to find 5 of these things. So here you go. You're going to find somebody homeless sleeping there. You're going to find somebody doing drugs. You're going to find somebody panhandling. You're going to find somebody angry. And you're going to find people fucking with other people for no reason. They just want to fuck with you on the subway. It's too hot for this damn hat. We'll get that later. And, my little friend has spent the night with me. Shout out to you. And he called me in a frantic. He was like, yo, I can't get home, because he lives in Brooklyn. And he was like, somebody shot up the train. And immediately I was scared for him, scared for my friends, scared for myself, because I got to maneuver through the subway, and they say they have this police presence in the subway. Yeah, you do. You have all these cops standing there on their cell phone. Let's talk about it. Or they're standing there by the gate waiting for somebody to hop over, usually somebody that cannot afford to get on the train for whatever reason. And, they want to arrest them for hopping over the train. So it's a big bullshit for me. Eric Adams, I don't know him too well, but so far I am not impressed by what he's doing. I think it's all just political game, political talk. Yes, thank you. You opened up 1 or 2 brand new state-of-the-art homeless shelters, but that's not really what people need. What people really need is an SRO, a single room occupancy. What people need are mental health specialists out there in the subway to maneuver through there to help people. I remember during COVID, and still now, on the famous 34th Street where there's Madison Square Garden. Like, I frequent that station and I'm terrified to walk through the little tunnel there, because they're living there. They're living in this area, and, they watch you as you go through there. And some of them are drug addicts. I'm not one to poke holes in people's bags. Oh, I like that. Poking holes in people's bags. Unless it's from, never mind. I can't make those type of jokes this season, Karen, because I got into too much trouble on the first season. Can you say it for me?
Fuckery?
Yay! But they watch you and they ask for money. And if you don't give them money, some of them become violent, They want to throw things on you. I'm not sure if you heard of the story, but there was a woman, she was sitting and she was waiting for the train. She was minding her own business. Prime example of the shit that we go through, literally. A guy who appeared to be homeless was walking by her, and he started smearing feces all in her hair, all over her. And like, I saw the video and I said, that day y'all would have said, look,
I would have lost my religion.
I would have lost everything, because I would have been 6 feet under. I would have been on trial for death row, all type of shit. You are not about to smear feces. Oh my God, even talking about it. Karen, if somebody threw a bag of shit at you.
Hold on, they would. First of all, I don't. Now you already know my situation.
Yes.
Now, honey, listen. if they in a car, whatever they in, when they would have threw that shit, would have been exactly where I would have laid their motherfucking ass down there, right there with that shit, with that bullshit. So yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, you already know me. I have very low tolerance for bullshit, and if you have the nerve to take shit
and just smear it all over you,
it
holds you there and wipe it,
and since you got that mental problem, I'm going to show you how much of a mental problem I have.
Which is very severe.
Yeah. Yeah. No drugs can cure it.
I was out late the other night, and it was actually 2 nights ago, Thursday. Shout out to the ball that I went to. Y'all rocked it. People was flipping and dipping and all types of shit. I got to sit in the front. Like, this is my second time ever being at a New York City ball, and it was cute. It was real cute. And on my way home, we stopped at a station and we stood there for a while, and all I saw was police. There was a lot of homeless people, lots of them. And I saw police coming in, and one guy was asking for change on the train, and people didn't want to be bothered. So what do you think they did to him? They arrested him. They asked him to get off the train. He didn't want to, and I watched them put cuffs on him and take him in. So if this is your way of cleaning up the homeless population in New York City by putting them in jail, Mr. Adams, it's going to have to be, we're going to bring this back. We're going to give the shame on you moment goes to you, Mr. Mayor of New York City. I am not impressed. And you talk too much, or you get on these news outlets and you just talk, and there's no action. But get your hands off of our homeless for your political gain, because it's not their fault. We just came out of pandemic, and I'm just really disgusted on how we're treating homeless people in the city. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out and see what I can find. This man that entered the station on the train, he had on a vest, a gas mask, a hard hat, and he threw smoke grenades and he opened fire on this train. Like, it has got to be scary. And people bug me when they say, oh, be safe out there, stay alert. Like, how much more alert and safe can I be minding my own business, riding the subway to point A to point B? Like, and some of y'all need to watch the words that come out of your mouths. I'm starting to realize that maybe some people don't know some of the words that they're saying because they want to sound smart, but in actuality, you sound really
stupid.
Okay, because I can't say certain things, but we have Karen that will say it for me. And just be mindful of some of the things that you're saying, because any one of us can have a homeless type of situation. You could catch a fire, there could be a natural disaster, gas leaks, like, things happen to people. So watch your mouth, because I'm a little flustered by some of the things that I read on social media, and to each their own. Mr. James was taken into custody on Wednesday afternoon. 23 people wounded, 10 being shot. Part of the reason why they couldn't find him is malfunctioning cameras throughout New York City. But it's funny that you got the functioning cameras pointed at them drug dealers on the corner, and y'all getting all this evidence to lock people up selling drugs, but y'all got cameras that are not working to keep people safe and protect us. So,
cameras to get tickets from people's cars. And stuff like that.
Getting tickets, and with all this technology that they have, like, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. It's hot in here. All right, let's move on from that story. My podcast is out. It's called The Come Out Talk Show, Dear Diary, a transgender love story to herself. So I talk about a lot of things. I talk about my childhood. I just talk about my life being trans, and how I discovered my own self-love. And I talk about events and people, but not maliciously, but I say it how I mean it. So, I mean, sometimes people don't know who people are because I won't say their name, but I do, and you do. It's quite interesting. I had an interview with a young man who's in a gang, and he is down low. He says he loves trans women, but he can never come out. And while we had this conversation, I recorded it with his knowledge, and some of the things that he said may shock you, but head over there and listen to it. He also talked about post and pre-op transgender, transsexual, and his experience, his words, not mine. And like I said, it was quite interesting. Why we shouldn't let people tell us what to do. So here's my take on not letting people tell you what to do, because it's here today, going tomorrow. Like, I've had people in my life giving me advice pertaining to the show, pertaining to my personal life. And what I find is sometimes people do not follow the same advice that they are giving you. So if you have a low self-esteem, or you're a type of person that's a follower, just be mindful and be careful and discerning of whose advice that you're really taking. I've been given some bad advice, but today I know when the advice is bad, when it's not going to work for me, and what is going to work for me. Ultimately, be in tune with yourself so that you can get the results that you're looking for. Stop worrying too much about the opinions of others, because we all have them. They're like buttholes, right? Buttholes with that cheap toilet paper. Some are bigger than others. Some of them bigger than others, Karen said, Lord. And they're like cheap toilet paper. Like, we wipe our asses, right? And sometimes you leave that nasty residue behind. And yeah.
No residue.
And I'm gonna open up with you guys about my ADHD diagnosis. So for the people that's always like, well, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? That's it. If you're calling something wrong with me, that's it. I have a diagnosis of ADHD, and I've had this diagnosis since I was a kid. And I was always labeled this troubled child because I wouldn't stay still. Like, even in my sleep, they said I was moving and talking, and my hips always had music in them. So, I was a happy-go-lucky child, always in my own fantasy world. Hence how I got this whole pink princess vibe going on, but I didn't let that diagnosis stop me in life. People think that because you have a diagnosis that you're supposed to like go and hide or not be out there. And I didn't let that diagnosis stop me because I'm not dumb. Like, people think we're dumb or like book dumb. Like, we don't know how to learn, and we don't have great ideas, or sometimes I stutter and I stumble. But let me tell you what I know about people with ADD and ADHD. All we got to do is sit there and read it a couple times and put our hands on it and learn it. And baby, hence, I think, can we give a round of applause to this season? I think this season is going quite smoothly. And that's because I learned more things and I saw the direction that I wanted to go to. So I met this incredible guy. He also has ADD, and just his maneuvering throughout the world and our connection, it really made me look at the world a little differently. Like, I really enjoy having conversations with people who have some type of mental, what did we say we were? People with disabilities. I like people with disabilities. No, that's not what we're saying. What we saying?
I don't know. Disabilities just sound so horrible.
But that's what it is.
Damn, I'll talk to you because you got a disability.
What would you call it?
A situation.
people with situations.
Yeah, little situations going on.
Well, we don't like little situations around
I
here.
mean, well, I don't want to
fair.
hear the little disability. I'm not good at disability. I mean, a little situation, you know, a little ADD situation, a little, you know, situation, you know, a little disability. That sounds kind of mean, don't it, baby?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You're watching the Come Out Talk Show. I am your host, Pink Princess. When we return, we will go into our Queen of Hearts moment. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. Welcome back to the Come Out Talk Show. We are doing great with time. We have to end on time because Karen said, look, I gotta leave right after the show because I got things to do. And I
Now I'm trying to be there for all my sisters.
I said, all right, I'm going to end on time. Yeah, Karen always shows up. I asked her to come at the last minute, and here she is. So, our Queen of Hearts moment today. Yeah, sometimes I don't like to talk about myself. No, that's a lie. But today I'm going to get real deep with it and real personal. So here we go. So how I healed my broken heart. As a trans woman, I always felt, and today's theme, in case you don't know, is transgender relationships. And I've always felt that when I first came out as trans, like my whole thing about it was, can I have a decent relationship with a man and will he accept? That wasn't the basis of my whole transition, but I was wondering if I would ever be accepted by a man. And to my surprise, I was, many of the wrong ones. And today I feel like I don't need to be, my transition can't be validated based upon if I have a man or not. Because let's face it, I didn't transition and I'm not transitioning and haven't done what I've done for a man. Whether I have a man or not does not define me. So, and I had to do a lot of soul searching within myself and a lot of healing, and not just healing. Like I had to dig deep and heal some stuff from my childhood that I know was toxic and embedded into me. And it was in those moments when I really dug deep, lots of therapy. I mean, we are in a society where people are ashamed to have a therapist. Having a therapist is very good. I mean, they unlock certain things that maybe you don't even think about on a daily basis. That's really eating at you and fucking you up. Like, and then I had to sever some relationships as well as mend some relationships that were near and dear to my heart. It was only when I looked in deep inside of who I actually was, what I stood for, my integrity, and where I wanted to go in life. It was only then and when I had flourished like a beautiful flower. And let me tell y'all something. Today, I'm really unbothered. Like, I don't mess with, and if you feel moved to, I don't tell you when to clap or not, But today I'm not for the drama. Like, I say what I need to say and I keep it moving. If you want to dwell in it, you go right ahead and you drown in that bullshit.
Like it or not.
I mean, because I'm not going to teach you how to respect me. I'm not going to tell you how to talk to me. Like, and this is the thing. It's not conceitedness. It's knowing who you are. There's Sister Act 2. If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you gotta
Wake up and passage.
come on. And since I'm woke and I'm paying attention, I usually go off of how people make me feel. Like me and Karen, for instance, we've known each other for a long time. But if there's a moment where I'm not feeling too good about how we are interacting, then I gotta look at that, right, Karen? You too. You gotta look. And if it's just, I'm just using her as an example. If me and her are always constantly bickering and we don't like each other, but I don't have this relationship with nobody else. And you always constantly saying, woe is me. Throwing rocks in glass houses. Calling wolves when boy who cried wolf. A lot of you boys crying wolf. Trans wolf. Let that simmer.
Trans wolf.
Trans wolf. And I say that to say, it can't always be the other person. You have to see what part you play in shit. So today, since I pay my own mother bills and I'm on my own business, I like how we got these bleeps today. You ain't got on me. No. Okay? So, yeah. Focus on yourself more and stop worrying about what. Because here's the thing. Nobody can do you better than you. You have to be your biggest cheerleader.
Say that.
You got to. People say, well, why you always bragging about the awards you got? And I don't brag. I say it one time, I post it everywhere, and I make sure that people see. Because you know what? I'm proud of the shit I'm doing today. I wasn't so proud of the stuff that I was doing back then. I was hiding. I couldn't come out and say I'm proud because I wasn't. I just wasn't. But today I am. I'm proud of the way I look. I'm proud of the way I am. And I'm very proud of the way I treat people. Yes. Yes. Some of y'all are mean. And I'm talking about the community, whatever community you want to call it. Y'all are mean. Like, I watch y'all videos. I watch y'all stuff. And I want to support some of y'all. But if y'all sitting there for a whole hour bashing other communities, bashing other pronouns, and I can't, because I'm not that person. I'm accepting and I meet people where they at. But real quick, that swimmer's in hot trouble. What's her name? Leah? I don't even know. I don't know her name. But real quick, real quick, no, because we gotta get our guests out here. Corella, hi. Yeah, she wrapping me up. I was reading an article that said she is in the women's locker room not tucking. Girl, we had this conversation with you last week. You cannot stand up in a room like this. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't do that. Oh! Nobody don't want to see that. You can't do that. That's not trans, because I don't know.
That's not trans!
Excuse me. I'm a little under the weather today. But I think when I saw Karen,
Under the skirt!
when I saw Karen, that all went away. I don't know if she's trans or not. But if you continue to look like that, we're going to have a problem.
It's called optional.
You're watching the Come Out Talk Show. I'm your host, Pink Princess. We'll be right back. Who's that bothering me? Welcome back to the Come Out Talk Show. So, our competition is going to kick off next week. We are having a talent show this whole season. Go ahead, give it up for the talent show. There is a cash prize for the winner. And if you think you are talented and you would like to take part in our talent show, hit us up and we will definitely try to, let's get that camera going, and we will definitely try to get you on if you want to test it, if you are talented enough.
Give me body.
Amen. Without no, okay, I'm doing a brain fart. Are we going to the guest? Great. So, she is a lady that, how can I say, when I started interacting with her, she was just so sincere and so sweet. And all I wanted to do was just like grab her and hug her. She's been through a lot, and she hit us up and she said that she definitely wanted to come by. And the conversation I had with her was an eye-opener, and it was so real that I said, yeah, she would be great for season 2. So without further introduction, Terrianna, give a big Come Out Talk Show welcome to Terrianna.
All right, goddamn it.
Hey sis,
How are you, sis?
I'm chilling.
So am I. Like, I'm like so excited to be here.
We're gonna skip the question of the day today
Uh-oh.
because I completely forgot.
Sorry.
But we'll get straight to our guest. How are you, love?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here.
You had me on pins and needles.
I thank
Until
my aunt for that, for making me look like a daggone cabbage patch door.
I looked on social media and I saw that you were on your way.
I sure was.
Mhm.
I was right. I'm like, wait a minute. GPS don't act up today.
Amen. So we're gonna get right into it. We got a whole good 25 minutes with you.
All right, let's get it.
So here we go.
Hey, people. I'm here.
So talk to me a little bit about the negativity in society.
Oh gosh, the negativity in society is the worst. Especially being trans, it's at an all-time high.
Like, what are some of the negative things?
Well, for me personally, I'm gonna speak on the eye. When people see, like, especially females that were born females,
Cisgender women?
yes, it's like they grab their boyfriends like, I don't want your man. I don't want him. He ugly. He ain't got no money. He broke. That's why he with you. So, with that being said,
Say that.
The negativity is like I can sense it before it even comes my way. And as soon as I feel it, I'm moving. Because I don't got time to be fighting nobody. Thank God I'm off of parole. And I don't need to go back to prison for nobody. I'm 39 years old. I'm soon to be 40 in November. I got time to be out here dancing. If I got to dance, I'm going to bash with the crowbar and call it a day. Give me a reason to go back to jail.
Do you want to talk about what landed you in on parole?
What landed me on parole was assault in the second, criminal possession of a weapon in the third. And the reason behind that was I was with a guy. The dude at the soup kitchen that I was going to, he basically called me out with my name. Now the word it is a fighting word for me. That'll cause me to snatch my wig off so quick and beat him down. But I forgot I had my lock and the sock in my pocket.
A lock in the sock?
Yes, God.
That means you put it in there and you...
I was already in here. Was already ready to go.
Okay.
So
I like you already.
once he called me the F word, the F bomb,
Lock in the sock.
I was like, excuse me, what did you say to me? And he basically said it again, and I went upside his head a couple of times.
A couple.
3 times to be exact. 1, 2, 3, bam.
Mm.
So he just...
Lock it and sock it.
Exactly. So that landed me in jail for 5 years. I did my entire 5. I just recently got off of parole the 4th of this month, which was my grandmother's birthday. God rest her soul. She's in heaven.
Yeah, you tagged us.
Yes. And it's just...
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I lost my grandmother while I was in prison. And that was enough difficult for me because I talked to my grandmother prior to my birthday and her passing, like, Grandma, please hold on. I'm sure I'm sorry though. I'm not gonna break down.
Okay, you can if you like. I'll break down with you.
My grandmother was my all. My mom, my all. Every woman in my family is my all. They are the reason, part of the reason why I am who I am today. Strong. But when I got that call on the 20th of November, my mother was like, baby, your grandmother passed away the night before, which was the 19th, 10 days after my birthday. I lost it. I told my good friend that was in my dorm, listen, have everybody away from me. I don't want to be bothered. Just get me out this phone booth into my cube. My good friend, which was a cis man, basically picked me up because I was struck in grief because I'm not there. So I did all the, running around trying to find out how can I get to her funeral. I just wanted to say goodbye. And they told me there's no way I could do that because it's over in Jersey. So that really left me cold-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went on, I was like, my grandmother don't want me to be mad.
Mm-hmm.
She's up there in heaven rejoicing.
Watching over
And
you.
she's watching over me
Mhm.
constantly. Like anywhere I go, I can feel her presence. I can feel everybody else that I have lost. They're surrounding me as we speak. And being that my mind is on a positive level, I'm willing to put that on to people. Show them I'm not like how I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Not like I used to be.
Amen. Yes.
So
People
my
do change.
strength comes from within. It comes from my angels. And it comes from me just overcoming a lot throughout my life.
Tell me about your suicidal moment.
Oh boy. Oh yes. Let's get to that. My suicidal moments were always because of a relationship that failed. I've been married 4 times.
Are you beating me?
Before it was even thought of,
Karen gets on me all the time. Oh, bitch! You're married 3 times! 3 times!
Yeah, I've been married
This is
4.
4.
Honey.
Husband number 3, he unfortunately passed away back in 2012. That was 7.5 years of being with that man.
Wasn't it abusive?
I was abusive on both parts because usually I would start the fight.
Okay.
You know, he want to go out there and sling the pee all over. What you doing when?
Owning your shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my thing was, don't lie to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you lie, I'm going to bash you.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept lying and lying and lying. I just got fed up.
Because liars are cheaters. Cheaters
Exactly.
are stealers. And
But it took
So
one last time.
on.
It took for one last time to bash him to them realize like, oh, John, I got a good woman right here. Unfortunately, 2012 came around, January 15th, 11 days after his birthday, he passed away. I was recovering from a car accident down in Atlanta, Georgia. That was like my fourth surgery, my fourth and final surgery, thank God. And I'm at my godmother's house. You know, everything was going good, you know. And I got the phone call the next morning at 7:41. And sometimes I play those numbers, see if I win. And it was my sister-in-law. And she basically was like, are you sitting down? When somebody say, are you sitting down, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm actually laying halfway down, I'm sitting up halfway. She was like, well, he's gone.
Passed on. So was this your suicidal moment?
That was one of my worst suicidal moments that I can really like talk about because it brings me strength. Because I really love that man. And when he left, I wanted to go with him. Like I don't have no reason for being here. So
That's love.
I basically got heavy into drugs. I smoked a lot of crack. But the breaking point was, it was on the weekend. I can't remember the day. But it was basically, I had enough. I didn't want to live no more. So I found myself on the top of my building, this is a 6-story building, sitting at the edge, just smoking back to back. Somebody down below must have seen my foot go over. I didn't care who seen me or what happened next. I just wanted to go. But if it wasn't for that Newark cop that came up to that roof and was talking to me, I would be dead. My brains would have been on the floor.
Well, thank God for that cop.
Yes, thank God. Oh my God.
And thank God for God being with you that evening too.
He was, because God must have said, Shanika, your wife is getting ready to end it. So he must have told me to get up or something, but that cop sprung into action and grabbed me.
Yeah, you
And I
know,
just
he
broke
gives you only
crying.
too much you can bear, but he always has an angel somewhere watching you over you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
So I spent a little bit of time in the hospital for that until I got stronger.
Would you like to tell me what happened to you that you say you were sexually assaulted?
Yes, at the age of 19, I was raped 7 times. Not all in one day or one night, but it was like, ever so often. Because I used to do sex work. And I'm not ashamed to talk about that either.
And please don't be.
The first time it happened should have been my lesson to not get in that guy's car. But it kept going and going. Every couple months it happened. I'm like, it's a sign. But I can't, back then I couldn't tell the sign, what God was trying to tell me. Until that last time when I found myself knocked out and left on the side of the road in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh my God.
And I just kept saying, where am I?
Oh
What
my
happened?
God.
And I noticed that my clothes were ripped. But common sense said, check your behind. With my hand back there, blood. That's when I finally said, you know what? I gotta get to the hospital. This person or these people that's doing this to me, they have to be brought to justice. And so I went to that hospital and they got the DNA. And come to find out, it was only 2 men. But they was doing switcheroos, switching up looks, make it look different. But I couldn't tell because it was dark. But at least the cops helped me. And that was beyond zero. Thank God I'm still here. I'm here to talk about it.
I'm sorry that happened to you. No one deserves to ever
Go through something like it's
be
horrific.
assaulted.
It's
Physically or sexually.
especially out there doing sex work.
Yeah.
Like a lot like some mean cops will be like, well, you should have been out here doing what you're doing. Listen, you got a job that's not paying you all that much money, and you got rent, light, cable, food, clothing bill, laundry, stuff like that. You need money.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And I did what I had to do. To this day, my family does not know that. But if they happen to watch, guess what? They'll know. And now they'll know how to treat me now.
You can show them.
Sure.
Is this something you would like to say to your family right now?
Hey, family, my biological family. If y'all watching, yes, I'm coming out with what happened to me back in Florida. I'm not ashamed to talk about it because I lived through it and I moved past that. And to the two individuals that did that to me all those times, I forgive you, but now you got to talk to God about it because I am his child.
So I found it hard in my life when I became HIV positive, and I just found it very hard in my life to make connection with all types of people, even if I wasn't having sex with them. The moment I said I'm HIV positive, I always got this dirty look of disgust, and then it was, oh, pour the bleach everywhere. This child coming to use the bathroom and get out the paper plates, and
my mother-in-law used to do that until I had to get her together.
And don't kiss this person because I guess I caught it from in their to be fair, in their eyes, we all caught HIV from what?
Giving fellatio.
Or taking it on our
or getting fucked in our asses.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, see, with me,
Karen said it, not me. Do you want to talk about
sure.
being HIV?
Yes, I'm not ashamed at all. At first, when I found out at the age of 19, after all those ordeals, it was a feeling that came with me. And
so you're how old now?
I'm 39.
And you found out when you were 19?
Yes, that was
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years to be a positive. I am healthy. I'm detectable still. I'm looking fabulous.
Yes.
And things like that.
Because they think we all supposed to be just like
get ready to die. No,
yeah.
It's not a death sentence.
It's not.
And that's what my mom told me when I first told her. Even though she, was a little hurt, but my mother is a strong woman. And she said, baby, let me say something. You my child. You're strong. It's not a death sentence. People out here living with this virus for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. You do the same thing. And I applied that to my life. I make sure that if I'm going to sleep with someone, if they don't know, I still pull out a condom. Here you go. And they say, oh no, I'm allergic to latex. Okay, well, guess what?
I have a few questions. Sure. I can ask you. I'm about to finish this interview. So you said you pull out the condom. What if they don't want to use a condom? What if they're like, oh, baby, it don't matter, and I don't want to use no condom, and I don't care, baby. Just give me that good sweetness that you got going on.
Guess what? They're not getting anything. Because that's when I break it to the list, sweetie, I am HIV positive. That's why I want you to use this condom, because I do not want to put your life at jeopardy, nor whoever you're sleeping with before me in jeopardy.
But you say you're undetectable.
Yeah, I am.
So if you're undetectable, do you still have a notion in your mind that there's a possibility that you can pass it on?
Yeah. I'm just taking precaution. Because I don't want nobody coming back to me about, oh, you gave me something.
May I ask why you feel that way? If the science says that there's 0% chance of passing on HIV if you're undetectable, this is the science. The CDC has signed off on this, in case you haven't known. And I'm not getting on you.
I know. It's just
I'm just curious.
As, anything else that might be floating around in their body that they can pass to me.
Exactly what I was trying to get at.
Or, God forbid, I might have a little cootie somewhere that where the hell that come from? Because I know I ain't been doing nothing. That cootie can get passed to them. That's why I say.
What's a cootie?
A little parasite. Maybe, that is normal in my body, like UTIs. I don't want that to get past to that person, so I'm just taking precaution because I want to keep that person safe as well as myself.
Enjoying sexual health.
Exactly.
All I get it. Totally.
Yeah, but it's sad that in our community, that the men that we choose, not only have they been with you, not only have they been with her,
Jamie,
not only have they been with me.
They have not been with me.
No, wait a minute. Because I mean, I'm just speaking real.
Turn it
Right now,
on.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But then not only are they done going with the trans girls, then they want to go be with the cross dressers. Then after they finish, wait a minute.
Talk about it, yeah.
Then when they're done with the cross dressers, then they want to go mess with the dudes.
Yeah.
And then when they ain't messing with the dudes, they want to go and mess with some little queen who just came out, don't know if they femme or butch or whatever they is. And you know, so it's like, it's sad because you got all these men that are running around in circles. And not only that, with everybody, but not only that, passing these dirty ass, nasty diseases around to everybody because, yeah, the looks may be appealing. And, you know, a guy, and some girls meet, I have been in the situation myself. You know, sometimes a guy will cover it up so pretty. And you be like, oh,
inside of these dreams, right?
He everything. Everything. And girl, next thing you know, you and the motherfucking doctor's office, with a fucking combo under your arm or some shit. You know, I mean, I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? You gotta land it and shit. But it's just, you know, it's crazy because they all run in the community of us, and we can't even get along with each other.
That is another topic we have to talk about.
You want to talk about that?
Of course. Now, I've been in the community since...
I got time now, baby!
We got time today.
When I was 14 years old, I came out as a butch queen.
As we all did.
What is your definition of butch queen? I know we went over it last week.
Being that I was already femme, you know, just like the boys, but I was moved the country. I had girls.
You're a girl. A gal.
I'm turn my hat to the back of the steam.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of my female friends are females from back in high school 22 years ago. Now that it's 2022, I have a lot of guys that I went to school with hitting me up on Facebook like, yo, good mom.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, you know, remember me after you picked on me for all them years
of
being in school? You dumb son of a gun, you.
Yeah, I had a couple of those situations where you know what I made them do.
Oh, no.
She made them
look stupid.
Yeah, honey. I didn't make them pretty hard.
On her
situation. I didn't make them pretty hard, but they surely did praise up on this cockage.
Tell me real quick. If you could change one thing about the acceptance of the trans community from your sisters, what would it be? And you can feel free to look in either two of these cameras.
Oh, that's a great question. What will I change? There's a lot I would change, but there's one major rule that I would change. Love one another. Uplift one another. Stop talking down about your sisters. We are all in this community together. Let's start empowering each other. Lift each other up.
What does empowerment look like?
To me, empowerment is the words you say. Like if your sister's hair looks messed up, sis, would you like me to do your hair for you? Come to my house, girl. I might have a couple of pieces for you. Or, you know, I see her out there, you know, trying to make her coin and she not dressed.
That's the real people, though.
Like the party.
They don't talk about you behind your back and not help you. You know,
I don't talk about people.
Yeah.
If I gotta talk,
I talk about people. But if I can help you,
if I'm gonna talk about you, I'm gonna do it to your face.
Yeah. See, you can't.
That's
the problem. A lot of people
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to be real. Real people do real things. You know, and that's the reason why that's been my sister for some time. Amen. I have other sisters that we have been like, you know, all of my sisters, if there's no way that we could have never helped each other, there's no reason that
and life-changing help.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, I need you.
Like,
down at the bottom.
Like, like Sam, I'm walking on the strip. Use that as an example, people. If I see my girlfriend out there looking a hot mess, sis, come here for a second. You need some different clothes? Because I know you be out here making your change.
Yeah, but
come to my house.
But see,
I have some things that
not even that. It can go a little deeper than that. You know,
I care.
Or you know, right? Or I could have been on my
2 minutes.
deathbed. Or I could have been on my deathbed and I had nobody else to call, but I had one good friend I could call. Or not that
she showed up.
Or not that I have nowhere to live, and I had I have 1,000 sisters, but one told me, "Come to my house, don't live in
It
that
always takes
sorrow."
one.
It
It always takes that one good
but-
friend.
by the blessings of God, I don't only have one. I have more
She
than
has
one.
many.
And I'm blessed to know that I'm one of the type of people that if I was to ever need anything, somebody will open the door. Because
But you know why that
Amen.
is for you,
There's not so many
Karen?
real people out
You know why that's for you?
I'm a real
Because
person.
you're one of those people
Yeah.
that you see what
Yeah.
I'm about to say? You're
yeah.
one of those people that will show up, show out,
Yeah.
and
For my people.
Yeah.
No matter
Exactly.
what.
Yes,
Bitch,
she
if
does.
you call me and tell me you got to go with somebody ass, bitch, train, plane,
You
or
there.
taxi,
she on
I'll
her
be
way.
there.
That's
She on
just
her way.
like, it was
And I'm right with somebody with me.
I know that's right. That's like, okay, this one situation real quick.
You got a minute.
A friend of
Okay,
mine,
you got 4 minutes.
a friend of mine, had a friend and she passed away. And he was so distraught because that was his good friend.
Mhm.
I didn't know this lady from Canada Pain. I showed up at that funeral. Very, very mad. Because where's the rest of the children at? They're supposed to be here in support of you. But this child's family didn't even claim my body.
Wow.
It took my friend to do that funeral.
Wow.
Don't you know I was so peed off? Like, her family should have been doing that, not you. You had to kick all that money out your pocket to bury this woman.
That's love. That's
Love ain't the word. That's loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty.
So
loyalty.
look.
And he buried her as how she wanted to be buried.
So look, you are a beautiful
Thank you.
Black woman.
Oh, God.
You are resilient.
Thank
You've been through some stuff. Some of us wear our scars
Mhm.
because we're proud of them. And that's what I see when I see you.
Thank you.
How you
sis.
just came and just laid it all out there and said, yeah, that was then,
This is
but this is now.
that people
You are not what happened to you.
Mhm.
And don't let it define you.
Never.
Or break
And on
it.
those days when you are feeling down and out, Karen, I'll let you get away with a lot. Karen don't like when Karen's about to cry. She doesn't like when we have these type of moments. But they need to
my
be
makeup
had.
is fresh.
They need to be had in our community.
Yes.
And like I told myself a couple years ago, stop chasing these men and getting validation from them to make me more real.
Mhm.
You're going to be you regardless if man is by your side or not.
Exactly.
Get to know you. Fall in love with you. Treat yourself. Take yourself on dates. The only thing you can't do is suck yourself. And
Well, you can
maybe
find
you
something
can.
right here. Hey!
So I get it. So I get it. Oh, look at it sticking in your stage. But no, for real. I am totally proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And keep going. And don't let nobody tell you no.
And I'm not about to be no man's secret either. With you.
None of us are.
Yeah, being
tired.
a trans woman is a path, and being a woman in general is a journey. So we have two that we have to abide by, and it's hard for us. But you know what? Having each other there
Mhm.
makes the road a whole lot smoother.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Thank you for watching the Come Out Talk Show. I am your host, Pink Princess, sitting with my guest.
Terrianna Eliza Witherspoon.
Until next week, take care of each other. Don't click it off, Key. And we'll end with our theme song, Like a Hurricane.
You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You're kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You will never backing down, backing down, backing down. Ooh, so dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in. It's the way we keep our There will come a time you're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. You know how you making me feel this way, but I'm say, so dangerous. I get this rush. I go all in to lose or win. Nothing something like it's the way we keep our heart moving. Because you sing
That's a wrap.
Great sound.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna